Success starts in silence. Unlock the secret to a focused life. Have you ever noticed how loud the world has become? The constant chatter, the endless scrolling, the non-stop alerts, updates, and opinions. We are surrounded by sound, by noise, not just externally, but internally. Our thoughts run wild. Our emotions react before we understand them. Our lives move so fast we barely pause to breathe. But what if the secret to achieving everything you want, clarity, focus, peace, even success, lies not in doing more, but in doing less? Not in speaking more, but in embracing silence. Chapter 1. The Forgotten Power of Silence. Silence isn't just the absence of sound. It is a presence, alive, powerful, and often uncomfortable. It is the space where growth begins, where the truth surfaces, and where wisdom has room to speak. Throughout history, the greatest minds have turned to silence to find strength. The Stoics believed in stillness as a way of aligning with nature and reason. Marcus Aurelius would wake early to write his meditations, alone, in quiet. Epictetus spoke of examining your impressions before reacting. That demands space. That demands silence. Buddhist monks meditate in silence to see the nature of the mind. Even in modern times, highly successful people, from artists to CEOs, schedule time for solitude. They know that in silence, we recharge, we think clearly, and we return to the world with power. Chapter 2. Silence and Mental Clarity. The average person today is bombarded with over 6,000 thoughts per day. Most are repetitive, many are anxious, few are helpful. Silence is the filter. It gives you the space to examine your thoughts, to observe them like clouds passing in the sky. When you sit in silence, even just for a few minutes, you start to notice, I'm thinking this way. I'm reacting to this. I feel this sensation. This awareness creates a gap between stimulus and response. And in that gap, freedom exists. You're no longer ruled by emotion. You're no longer controlled by the noise of the world. You become calm, centered, grounded in your own mind. And from that place, clarity emerges. Chapter 3. Emotional Mastery Through Silence. Have you ever said something you regret just because you didn't pause? Have you ever made a decision in anger or fear or panic? This is the power of silence. It teaches restraint. In the silence, you give your nervous system a chance to settle. You give your emotions time to cool. You realize that you are not your feelings. You are not your urges. You are the observer behind them. The Stoics called this apatheia, a state of being unshaken by external events. It doesn't mean you feel nothing. It means you are not ruled by what you feel. When you embrace silence, you train this muscle. You learn to sit with discomfort, to breathe through pain, to witness your frustration without acting on it. And in doing so, you gain one of the greatest powers in life, emotional discipline.
Chapter 4. Productivity and Deep Work. Let's be honest. Most productivity advice today is about adding more hacks, more tools, more speed. But true productivity isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters and doing it well. Silence enables that. When you eliminate distractions, both external and internal, you enter what Cal Newport calls deep work, a state of high focus, high value creation, and total presence. In silence, your brain is no longer split between tasks. You're not switching between tabs. You're not reacting to pings. You're locked in, engaged, creative. This is where masterpieces are made. Books are written. Ideas are born. Business breakthroughs happen. And the best part? Anyone can access it. You don't need a cabin in the woods. You don't need to be a monk. You just need to protect your time, guard your mind, and turn down the volume of life. Chapter 5. Building Inner Strength. It's easy to be strong when things are loud, when people cheer for you, when success surrounds you, when life goes your way. But true strength is forged in silence. It's when no one is watching, when you're alone with your thoughts, when you must choose to keep going even when no one validates you. Silence teaches you that validation must come from within. It teaches you patience, endurance, and the quiet confidence that does not shout, but simply is. Think of a mountain. It does not move. It does not argue. It does not need attention to be powerful. That is the strength silence gives you. Chapter 6. Silence and Relationships. At first glance, it might seem like silence and relationships are opposites. After all, don't we need communication to connect? Yes, but not all communication is verbal, and not all connection depends on words. Think of the people you're closest to, the moments that felt most real, most intimate, most profound. Were they filled with chatter, or were they rooted in presence? Real connection often happens in silence. Sitting beside a loved one, saying nothing, but feeling everything, listening deeply without interrupting, holding space for another person's pain without rushing to fix it. That's where trust lives. That's where empathy grows. The problem today is that we speak to fill the silence, not to understand. We react, defend, and explain. We don't pause. We don't reflect. And in doing so, we miss the wisdom that comes from simply listening. Silence teaches you to become a better partner, a better parent, a better friend. Because when you stop trying to dominate the moment with words, you allow others to show you who they really are. Chapter 7. How to practice silence in daily life. So how can you bring more silence into your everyday experience? You don't need a monastery. You don't need hours of free time. You just need intention. Here are 5 ways to start. Morning silence. Before checking your phone, sit for 5 minutes in stillness. Observe your breath. Notice your thoughts. Set your tone for the day with peace, not noise. Walking in silence. Leave the headphones behind. Go for a walk without input. Let nature speak. Let your mind wander. This is how ideas surface. Mindful pauses. Before responding in conversation, pause. 1 full breath. 1 moment to reflect. You will be amazed at how this changes the quality of your words. Digital silence. Create sacred zones. No notifications during meals, before bed, or the first hour of the day. Protect your mind from unnecessary input. Silent journaling. Let your thoughts pour onto paper. Don't censor. Don't edit. Writing in silence helps you listen to what your inner world is truly saying. Silence isn't about withdrawal. It's about alignment. And when practiced daily, even in small doses, it becomes your anchor.